Hello guys, let me ask you one question. Do you know that in 100% of people that were sponsored abroad by their brothers or by siblings or by their siblings, 100% of them, 70% are jobless and maybe went back to Nigeria empty-handed? Have you ever asked yourself the reason why? Have you ever tried to figure out the reason why these people actually come and they couldn't get a job after they go back to Nigeria, or they find themselves being absconded or getting into overstay? Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Christian Milo and this is Life in Dubai. Here we'll bring you everything that has to do with Dubai, United Arab Emirates and their jobs. So if you haven't subscribed, subscribe now. If you're part of the family, kindly like this video because this topic is a very interesting topic. Stay tuned to the end. My name is Christian Milo and here is the real deal. Yo, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Christian Milo. Welcome back to another episode of Life in Dubai, United Arab Emirates. Let me ask you one question again. Why is it that when you sponsor your brother or your siblings abroad, they end up not getting a job, or they end up coming back to Nigeria? Have you ever asked yourself that? I have checked, really, I have checked in 100% of people I know that were sponsored by their siblings, their elder brother, or anybody that were sponsored abroad, actually end up not getting jobs or running into overstays. I had some experience like that also. That was a long time ago. That somebody sponsored his younger brother abroad, and because the younger brother knew that the elder brother has enough money to spend, that younger brother decided to be selective in the kind of jobs that the person wants. If you give him this one, he will say, no, I don't like this one is too stressful. In this UAE, that you are choosing a job that is stressful. Let me tell you guys the truth. If you are watching me right now and you have somebody that is in Nigeria that you want to sponsor to Dubai, I want to tell you now there's no job in UAE that is as stressful as Nigeria jobs. Listen, everything here is in machinery, is with machines, is not a manual jobs. Even those people working in construction, the reason why we go against construction work is that sometimes they delay with payment, sometimes they don't pay enough. That the payment is the only issue that we have with construction. But construction is not as hard as people bring it to be. Everything is with machine. You don't carry block with your hand. Block is carried with machine. Understand? But I'm not advising anybody to go to construction because of the sun. Understand? But if you find a good one, because there are still good ones out there. I have my friend Hope, is still working in construction till today, and he's doing very good. Construction will give you chance to know some handworks. There's depending on the kind of construction work you get into. By the way, now let's go to the main deal. Why you should or shouldn't sponsor your sibling abroad with your own money. Let me give you example now. Example of anybody that you sponsored abroad. Let's just say you have a money to sponsor your brother abroad, your younger brother. Fantastic idea, good idea. Now you sponsor your brother abroad, hoping that he's going to go there and make you proud. And you, knowing the feeling you had getting that particular money, the stress you went to getting that particular money, it is your money. You know the kind of sweat you went into getting that money. Now you use that money that you use your sweat to and give and do a visa to somebody that you did not know how you get the money. He does not know if you even have another one somewhere. Now the person went to abroad. Now, do you know that you give the person the impression that there is money and you can pay anything for him to be okay? And trust me, you that spend that money to send him abroad will not want him to come back empty-handed. So you will keep spending. That will push you to keep spending. If he asks you for 1,000 naira, you have to still send, because the threatening is like a blackmail. Like, this came up, and if I couldn't get this, I might come back to Nigeria, all this thing. And you that sponsor him don't want him to come back to Nigeria because you already invested in him and expecting him to do well with your investment. Do you understand? But if you were the person, let me use you as an example. If you, the brother, is the person that use your own hard-earned money, that you know that you have got this money with stress, and you want to travel abroad, let me tell you the difference. Now, when you come to Dubai, and you got a job, let me give an example, because I will use stressful work as an example. Let me take aluminium job as an example. You get a job in an aluminium company. Now you look at the work is a little bit stressful. Now the thing that will come to your mind is this: my 3 months visa is running down. I cannot afford to go back to Nigeria, and I don't have enough money to do my visa change. Now, if I continue with this aluminium work, they are going to do visa for me. That means I am secured. That will give you one motivation to do that job, because it is your hard-earned money that you use to come to this United Arab Emirates. It is your money that you use in sponsoring yourself in Dubai. That is why most people that were sponsored abroad cannot stay, because they were sponsored without stress. You see, I am not discouraging any brother. I'm not discouraging anybody not to sponsor their brother abroad. But you have to read the kind of person that you are sponsoring abroad. There was a case the other time that was brought to me. I don't want to even go into that case. Do you understand? But what I'm trying to say is this: let me say, for example I'm giving, if you get the first job in this United Arab Emirates in your first month of your 3 months, do not let that job go. As long as they are paying and the visa is sure. Do not say because you have 2 months, you have enough time. This 2 months is like 2 days in this country. 2 months is like 2 hours in this country. If you manage to have a genuine job that they will make your visa in your space of 3 months or your space of 1 month that you came in, grab that opportunity and make your visa. You have more chances of improving yourself in that company. That is why I'm saying this, so that it won't be like most of you does not know about this, and that is why I'm bringing this particular stuff in this table, so that if you have somebody that is planning to send their brother abroad, you can share this video to them or invite them to watch this video, because it is very, very important. A lot of us are making this mistake. Now let me show you how to cure, because if there is a problem, if there is a problem, there must be a cure. Now, I don't know how you're going to do it. If you want to sponsor your brother, your sibling, anybody you want to sponsor abroad, try to let the person know the feeling of getting money. Like, if you want to sponsor him, tell him, give him such amount of money. Hey, make your inquiries. How much they're making visa, how much is the job, blah, blah, blah. Calculate everything. Tell him, hey, this one, your settlement. Your settlement meaning that I don't have shishi for you again. You use that money, do visa by yourself, travel by yourself, and do everything by yourself. Do not be in Nigeria and be telling him, hey, you don't get a job, how much be the thing? Make I send you money. As you are just spoiling everything, because he will feel like, okay, after all, if my visa expire, my senior brother will do visa change for me. You get the point now. You get to the point now. That is just it. You understand? They will feel like, after all, I need job. You know, most of them, they normally describe job like they need job in a hotel. They need a cleaning job. They need a sales job. You know, all those smooth job that they feel like they can just jump into. They don't know that all these things need an experience. You need to start from ordinary level. That is why most of them are making this mistake. I'm saying this to enlighten you people so that you will know how to deal with this situation. I am not against you sending your person to abroad, but you have to be wise to know that you are not going there yourself, so you don't know what is happening over there. If they give your brother work and your brother rejected it, the agency will use the opportunity to hands off. I'm telling you the truth. If your brother was sent to this Dubai and the agency gave the person the work as promised, and your brother said that he don't like the work because it's stressful, and we knowing fully well that UAE is the one that provide job for you, you don't demand for job in you don't demand for the type of job you need in UAE. UAE bring their own to you. This is what I have, this is what you must take. That is UAE for you. You cannot come and say, I'm coming to do sales in Dubai. I am coming to be a medical doctor in Dubai. I am coming to be a teacher in Dubai. I am coming to... It doesn't work like that. You will just say, I am coming to Dubai to hustle. Yes, I am a medical doctor, and in the future, if I have an opportunity to apply for a medical, for medical English. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, it's about Chris Amelo. Please like this video if you're still watching me. So if the person did not choose, you have a profession, very good, fantastic, but you have to come here and start from the roots. Any job that you see, take it first, secure yourself. Then while you are in that job, prepare yourself against whatever if you're a native doctor, then prepare your CV, you know, make some research concerning doctors in this Dubai. Then boom, you submit your CV before your 2 years contract is rounding up. See, 2 years in this country is like 2 months. Let me just tell you, it's not much. It's not much. 2 years in this country is like 2 months. 3 months is like 2 hours. Let me just tell you the truth now. Do not take because your visa remain 3 months and start selecting work. You will lose. My name is Chris Amelo. I say things are the way it is. Maybe some people might agree with me, some will not agree, but the fact that I've given out the message, and those people that are in the shoes of this message will understand the point I'm making. You understand? So, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Chris Amelo, and this is Life in Dubai. Here we bring you everything that has to do with UAE and its job and opportunities. Here we discuss about fake job contract, limited and non-limited contract, your follow, your life, your band and immigration ban, labor ban, and everything that has to do with UAE and its jobs. Here I explain to you better on everything that's happening in your company concerning your contract and your behavior as an African. So, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Chris Amelo. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. It is very, very important. And don't forget to check down my description box because I always have the link of job vacancies from different type of company, so you can just apply through the link to direct to the company. And remember, no agent fee. I am not a job agency. Don't chat me up and tell me you need job. I am not a job agency. I can only help out in searching if I see. You understand? So my name is Chris Amelo. This is Life in Dubai. Peace out, God bless, and keep on supporting Chris Amelo. If you have an experience just like that, if you feel I did very good, if you feel I made a mistake, maybe my English is bad, maybe blah blah blah, drop it at the comment section. I will tell you thank you and God bless. Remain blessed. My name is Chris Amelo. Don't forget that. This is Life in Dubai.
Baby,